Hey there, it's Mike from travelsinacab.com, making a quick video on the differences between a Crown Victoria taxi package and that of a Crown Victoria police package. I've seen on forums and such that a lot of enthusiasts of the police car version are completely unaware that a taxi package even exists. Well, taxi packages have been around, since the 50s, forever. The Crown Victoria started, I think it was in about 2002, and that was due in part to a requirement by the New York City Taxi Limousine Commission that a taxi package exists in order to use it in the city as a taxi cab. That was the year that the rules changed and that you couldn't just use any car that you wanted, at least for a yellow cab. In New York City, there is three types of taxis. There's the yellow cab, which is sort of the king, can stop for hails all over the city, and is required by law to pick up anyone with their hand in the air and take them wherever they want to go in any of the 5 boroughs, plus Newark Airport, New Jersey, and Westchester County and Nassau County, so Long Island. You can't pick people up in those places, but you have to take them there. And you're paid well for doing it. Anyhow, that's a whole other bag of wax. So starting in 2002, when you had a Crown Victoria, it had to be the taxi package. And really the main difference, and I'm going to do a walk around of the car, is that it is just stretched. It's stretched about 6 inches, which seems insignificant. However, when you see the back door, you will definitely notice that it's larger. So it's a long wheelbase. So this is a former New York City taxi. I've owned it for about 6 years. It's a 2006. In New York City, taxi cabs, by law, can be on the road for 3 years only, and then they are forced into retirement. 5 years if it's an owner-operator. While this one here is an owner-operator, it served for 5 years. The incentive in terms of maintenance is that it's usually the same drivers, because if the car dies during a shift, they won't be able to make any money. Whereas in a garage, you just call them up, they tow it away, and you hop in another one. There are no Crown Victorias left in New York City. Only a handful. Very few owner-operators still have them on the road, but they're up for retirement at the end of this year. You will see some green cabs, the borough taxis, which are used for outer borough service. They run on a meter like a yellow. They can't pick up street hails in Manhattan, though. They were created because yellow cabs pretty much stick to Manhattan because that's where the money is. Then there's also black cars, which aren't always black. They're silver, white. Sometimes you'll see an old police car with those. The requirements with car use is not the same as for yellow. Yellow just has a whole string of regulations. It's completely insane. I happen to be a New York City taxi driver, part-time. I don't say that to be like, oh wow, just this is how I know what I'm talking about. I've done it for about 3 years on a Saturday night, and I'm not very good at it, but I'm not amazing. So anyhow, this is the taxi package. There's my old police car, which I've had some videos about. I'll do a walk around. Oh, first off, that blinking yellow light I have on, it's called a trouble light or a lollipop light. All New York City taxis have them. Black ones, the green cabs, and the yellows. It's a requirement. And that's just to let other people or taxi cabs know, as well as police, that you have a problem child in the back seat and to have them pull you over or get some help. It's very rare you see them on. And I would venture that most of the taxi drivers that are new or whatever don't even know what it is. They never covered it in taxi school, but I just happen to know what it is. Okay. So walking around the car, this is the old decals. They're different now. The back doors and stickers are different. The checkering's gone, and it doesn't say taxi anymore, but that changed in 2011. As you can see, the back doors are much longer than on the police version. It's to accommodate all this stuff in the back seat, the taxi TV, and that partition, which is a little thicker than a police one, and better legroom. Taxi packages do not have dual exhaust, they just have the single. There's the back trouble light. It's still the 4.6 liter V8. Looks, drives, and sounds the same as a police car. Has the bigger alternator to run all the electronics that are in it. And the cockpit is like any other, with a lot of elbow wear. The axle on this is listed as 5.8, which is also different from the police car versions, which is the X5 and something else. If you ever happen to buy one of these old New York City taxis, which are becoming really hard to find, you generally only find them in the New York City area, and you like to know what the medallion number was, which is this 8D69 for this car. And if you'd just like to know, sometimes if you open up the door, they'll have the old TLC sticker up here in the corner, and it'll tell you what it is. They use this to scan during its inspections every 3 months. So hopefully if you have that, then you know what the medallion number was. You'll also have a hole in your hood, which is where the medallion goes. The medallion is the license to operate as a New York City taxi. It had been up to $1 million. Now it's about 500,000 since Uber came along. That one came off of a different car, as you can see. It says 3R45. But generally, it looks exactly like that car, except for those doors, which are just much longer. Why they never did this for police cars, I have no idea. So that's pretty much it. I have another video explaining the ins and outs of the New York City taxi industry. If you so choose, just me blabbing. Feel free to leave a comment if you want, good or bad, whatever you want to do. So that's the P70. Actually, since 2010 and 11, I think it was P7A or something. Not sure. But that's the taxi. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.